Hello, happy Friday. It's Bree. I'm going to recap my experience with the 3-day quick fix. If you're not up to speed on what I'm even talking about, I invite you to view my previous videos in this little mini series, my quick commentary videos, nothing fancy, just me chatting with you about what I'm up to. I am Bree, Diamond Beachbody Coach. I have been participating in the 21-day fix since it came out. There was a gap in there, though, in March where I visited the wonderful city of Charleston, South Carolina, and, of course, indulged in all of the things that tourists indulge in. Crab everything, crab omelets, eating at very weird hours, going out, being social, enjoying wine, enjoying chocolate coffee martinis, things like that we do on vacation, but the trouble came from not picking right back up when I got home back to Iowa, and then moving into working more from a desk and working full-time or more toward full-time in coaching and helping others get fit and healthy. So I got really relaxed about snacking at my desk, snacking late at night, not completely being diligent about how I followed my container system, doing a lot of guesstimating. So that led to a 10-pound weight gain from the early part of March to the early part of June. So that's a lot. If I would have kept up at that rate, we have 6 months left in the year, I would have gained potentially 60 pounds back, gaining 5 pounds a month. So that's shocking and kind of harrowing. And knowing that, of course, I wasn't going to keep gaining, knowing that I needed to get back to where I was physically and nutritionally, because nutrition plays directly into how we feel, how we interact with others throughout the day, how we perform at work, how we perform in our workouts. So I decided to pick up the 3-day quick fix, which is a little appendix to the 21-day fix program. And in that, just a brief recap because I've already chatted about this in a previous video, but in that you just follow a very laid out, foolproof eating regimen. And I know that's really bright, but you just eat 6 small meals a day, high protein, lots of good green vegetables. Green vegetables are very rich in antioxidants. Asparagus has a diuretic quality, things like that. Your carbs are very complex. The steel cut oats and the yams that you eat every day, very good. The yams have the beta carotene in it. The more complex the carbohydrate, the longer it takes your body to break it down. Therefore, you feel full longer, and also your body has more time to distribute the nutrients instead of just immediately putting that glucose in the bloodstream and causing sugar peaks and valleys, and then you reach for something not so good because you're in a valley. Your insulin levels are high and your sugar is low, and you need to eat something to give yourself some energy. So when you're in a pickle like that, typically we human beings tend to reach for something really fast, and that's usually something really processed. So the 3-day quick fix has been just amazing for me. I have been completely shocked at how easy it was to follow, how I was not hungry. I really had no time to be hungry because I was eating 6 small meals. One of my big struggles, and something that I did not accomplish with the 3-day fix, was eating every 2 hours. I wasn't hungry in 2 hours, so I would kind of space it out 2.5 to 3.5 tops. About 3.5 hours I was hungry. And I'm an RN by day, so during my shift yesterday, I wasn't able to just stop at the 2-hour mark to go eat, and it turned into more like 3.5, almost 4 hours, and I knew I was very hungry then. So adapting the program to your lifestyle is totally possible. You just have to have a little bit of base knowledge or a coach to consult, a Beachbody coach. And in that time frame, since I was so hungry and I knew it would probably be a while until I could eat again, I just added another one of my reds, which is a protein, to the meal that I was scheduled to eat, and all was right with the world. I was full, I was satiated. It wasn't difficult. Another struggle I encountered is the water intake. You are encouraged to drink a gallon of water a day, which is 128 ounces, and that's a lot. So I drink about half that to 2/3 of that a day typically, and I wasn't very diligent about keeping up with the water the first day and a half, and then I realized I was getting a headache, and my headache wasn't from lack of sleep, it was from lack of hydration. So something to be very mindful of when you start your 3-day fix is your water intake, and I would encourage you to make a little checklist or something so you can just check it off after you've drank your 20-ounce increments of water, however you want to map it out, just so that it's right in front of you visually and you're able to keep a tally and keep track. So I'm a coffee drinker as well. And knowing that coffee is a diuretic, I actually had to adjust it up to get that water in so that I was still remaining very hydrated. So yesterday was the last day of my fix and very successful with my water intake. I've mentioned in previous videos that the 3-day quick fix doesn't have any purples, which is the fruit container. And so being a sweet tooth, that was kind of difficult. I'll come clean again, hold myself accountable that I actually had a kind bar, a dark chocolate granola bar last night, and it was was heavenly because I was just so craving something sweet. But again, if you're gonna cheat smart. And I ate that enough before bedtime. I got a second workout in for the day. I stayed very hydrated, so I was still able to walk away from the 3-day fix down 3.5 pounds, and I lost 1 inch off my waist and 1.5 inches off my hips from the last week's measurements. So those measurements were taken 7 days ago. I know that they probably hadn't varied much in the 4 days when I started my fix 3 days ago, if you can follow that. So I took my measurements. I take them weekly. So what I'm getting at is I just used my last week's measurements, but it's progress. And I know now, protein of course helps us feel full longer. It gives our muscles fuel and helps muscle recovery. So if you're doing a consistent workout program, you need that protein for your muscles. Learning how to, not eat so much salt, choosing different condiments for things, being cognizant of the salt and the additives in my food. Walking away from the fix, I gained more knowledge and I lost my inches and pounds. So I invite you, if you have your 21-day fix, to try it out and let me know how it's going and let me know what your struggles are and what your successes are, what was easy, what wasn't so easy. If you don't have a program and you're searching for a program, I would love to connect with you and get you set up. My name is Bree. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Jude's Mama Bree, JUDESMAMABRE. I'm also Jude's Mama Bree on Instagram. I look forward to chatting with you, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the weather.